Doug Ford being heavily criticized today for comments he made about vaccine effectiveness. With just over 3 months before the election, it left the Premier wide open to attack from the opposition.
So discouraging and so appalling, and yet also so revealing that he is someone who just doesn't get it, who just hasn't learned the lessons of COVID.
This is part of the comment Doug Ford made yesterday when asked about vaccine passports.
It doesn't matter if you have 1 shot or 10 shots, you can catch COVID. See, the Prime Minister has triple shots, and I know hundreds of people with 3 shots that caught COVID.
Note, the Premier did not mention that jabs greatly reduce the odds of ending up in an ICU. Dr. Naheed Dasani tweeted, "Hearing Ford spew COVID misinformation is a slap in the face of every healthcare worker. He's not the only one who's upset."
I was shocked. I was frustrated. It simply just wasn't true what he was indicating. While it's true that regardless of vaccination status, you can get infected, what we do know is that 3rd dose of getting the COVID-19 vaccine is very crucial, and it reduces your chance of getting symptomatic infection from COVID-19 by more than 60%. And it will dramatically protect you from serious illness, from ending up in the hospital or in the ICU.
Vaccines they have saved countless lives globally. They've saved tens and tens, probably actually hundreds of thousands of lives in Canada. So we're not done with COVID, unfortunately, as much as we'd like to believe it. Now, certainly this wave is in remission. Like it or not, there are waves that lie ahead.
Yesterday, the Premier said people are done with COVID and it's time to move on. He also showed empathy for those who choose not to be vaccinated, equating their choice with freedom, which is a rallying cry for convoy protesters.
And then there's just hardworking people that just don't believe in it. And that's their choice. This is about, again, their democracy and freedoms.
It's an interesting choice of words when the vast majority are vaccinated, which left the door open for the Liberal leader to attack again.
Using coded language to coddle and provide comfort to the occupiers and the people blockading at Windsor. This kind of confused, incoherent, incompetent leadership needs to stop.
Stephen Del Duca suggests there's a pattern, pointing out a senior staffer in the Solicitor General's office, who's now out of a job, donated to the convoy protesters. And the Premier's disgraced former Chief of Staff, Dean French, acted as a mediator with the Ottawa protesters.
There is a serious problem within the ranks of the Conservative coalition, the Ford Nation coalition.
CityNews asked Premier Ford's office today about the criticisms against his comments and if he was aware his former Chief of Staff was involved in negotiations with Ottawa protesters, but have yet to receive a response.